There is a special kind of strength that the world rarely sees, and it lives inside the minds and hands of civil engineers. The men and women who build bridges that defy nature, distance, and time. Most people only notice a bridge when it is finished. When the surface is smooth, the paint is fresh, and cars glide across as if it has always been there. But those who build bridges know that the true story begins long before that first crossing. It begins with a void, with nothing but open air, deep water, shifting soil, and the audacity to imagine something that can stand where nature gave no support. Civil engineers see what the world cannot. They look at a raging river and do not see danger. They see possibility. They stare at a deep valley and do not see a barrier. They see an invitation. They face mountains, storms, winds, and unpredictable forces and respond not with fear, but with calculation, geometry, design, and unwavering resolve. Every bridge begins with a question many consider unreasonable. Can we cross this? And civil engineers are the people bold enough to answer. Yes, we can. And we will. The work begins with thought long before it begins with steel. Engineers imagine the unseen. They draft, test, simulate, and refine. They model forces the human eye cannot perceive. Wind that may strike in 10 years, earthquakes that may hit in 50, weight loads that will press on the structure every second of every day for generations. They calculate not just for safety, but for permanence, because they know what they build must stand long after they are gone. A bridge is not simply a pathway, it is a promise. One carved into concrete, reinforced with steel, and verified through thousands of hours of planning and precision. When the boots hit the ground and construction begins, the world sees cranes, scaffolds, and machinery. Engineers see a living organism rising from the earth. Each pier is planted like a root defying gravity. Each beam becomes a rib, each K becomes a muscle. The deck becomes a spine stretching across the world. There is beauty in this process, not because it is perfect, but because it is demanding. Day after day, under the weight of deadlines, weather, pressure, and terrain, civil engineers push forward. They stand under harsh sun, biting cold and heavy rain. They climb heights that would terrify most people. They solve problems that appear out of nowhere. They refine designs that seem flawless on paper but require strength, creativity, and adaptability in reality. And yet they keep building, because civil engineers understand something that the world often forgets. Bridges are not built for applause, they are built for connection. They are built so people can move, learn, trade, dream, and build lives. They are built so a child can reach school safely, so a worker can reach their job, so an ambulance can reach a patient, so entire economies can flow without interruption. Bridges are the quiet heroes of civilization, and the people who build them are the silent giants who make progress possible. Engineers do not chase recognition. Their triumph is not in being seen, but in building what will be seen by millions. Their pride is not in receiving praise, but in knowing that every bolt tightened, every cable tensioned, every calculation checked is a contribution to humanity. When the final segment locks into place and a structure stretches across a void that once separated worlds, the engineer sees more than a finished project. They see sacrifice, resilience, teamwork, discipline, and unbreakable belief. They see challenges that were conquered, fears that were silenced, and possibilities that were proven real. The world sees a bridge. The civil engineer sees a legacy built in sweat and precision, in design and courage, in days that were too long and moments that felt impossible. But they kept going. They always do. Because civil engineering is not a job, it is a calling. It is the determination to build what others only dream of. It is the spirit of humanity shaped into steel and stone. Civil engineers do not just build bridges, they build futures, they build unit, they build the proof that nothing is too difficult, too distant, or too impossible when human beings decide to rise to the challenge. And every time a car crosses a span, every time a life is saved because a connection existed, every time a city grows because a barrier was overcome, that is the engineer's silent victory. To every civil engineer, the world may not always see you, but it always stands on what you built, and that is greatness.